So, I know you'll see this jean jacket a lot. It's like my main go-to in the fall, but I'm going in for my anatomy scan now for baby girl. So, this is my first appointment since I've hit the second trimester. So, I'm so excited. I'm wearing my The Future is Female shirt for her. So, love her. Let's go see her. So, the part that they don't tell you about the highs of being pregnant is all the scariness that comes with pregnancy. My anatomy scan was basically perfect until we got to baby's intestines, which is where there was an echogenic bowel, meaning that the bowel, like the intestines, were as bright as her bones are. And so we already did the genetic testing, so she came back negative for any sort of genetic disorders, but we're going to do some further testing just to make sure that baby's okay. They said that it could be normal and it could just go away, or that it could get worse. So we just want to get further testing to make sure that it's not going to get worse. And that's hard, because you get to see your baby, and she was just bouncing around and being like so happy, and like she literally was just doing the most. Like you can see her on the screen bouncing around doing the most, and the technician kept being like, oh, she's got places to go, she's got things to do, that's why she's like all over the place. And I'm like, yep, she does this every single time. And now she's bigger, so it's a lot funnier watching like a big baby like do the most in your womb. But yeah, so I was like on a high of seeing her look so like happy, and then to like hear news that has the potential to be bad. It's just so scary, because you see this like little baby and you're just like, whoa, you are like this majestic little human that has the potential to do and be anything that you want to be. And there's just like this like inherent like, I must protect you at all costs. And I don't know, it was just so scary. And so I was telling Brent what they were telling me, and I'm a panicky person, and that's the worst part about COVID, is having to go to these appointments alone, because Brent is more even keeled than I am. He can like ask the right questions and not get like overwhelmed by information, and I get really overwhelmed. And so I like started crying, and I swear this doctor's office is gonna think I'm a big old crybaby, because this is not the first time I have cried in their office. But I started crying, and I was like, I just don't know, I don't fully understand what's going on, and I don't know how to explain it to my husband, because Brent was like blowing up my phone like, what's going on, like, because it was just, I was giving as much information as I understood, and that obviously was not enough information to dad, who's like at work and can't be there. And so I just like start crying because I'm panicked, I'm scared for the baby, I'm overwhelmed, and then I'm also like wanting to be able to explain everything right to Brent, because it's so not fair that he doesn't get to come and like understand and be able to process information with me and get to see baby and all that stuff. So after I started crying, they were like, oh my gosh. And I was like, can I call my husband? And they were like, yeah. So the doctor explained everything again to me and Brent on the phone, and it was just like, okay, everything's got the potential to be okay. So I got blood work for one of the things that they wanted to do. It was like if there was like a viral infection, and then I'm getting more blood work to see if it's cystic fibrosis, because if we cancel out those things, then it's more than likely just gonna change, like, and get better as baby gets older, because she was pretty young for this exam. so it also could just be like, oh, in like 2 weeks then she's gonna look fine. So we're gonna get the blood work, and then I'm coming back in 2 weeks and we'll see if everything's okay. Having a baby is such a beautiful experience, but it also, I can't tell you how many times I just cry whenever I get some sort of like, oh, this, it could be this, or, you know, some sort of something that is just stressful to someone who already has all these hormones going through their body. I'm like creating a human, got hormones out the wazoo, and then you're telling me there's something might be wrong with my human? Like, woo! And I'm alone because COVID, and my husband can't come with me to like keep me level. So my mind is just going to the worst case scenario. But yeah, so it was definitely an emotional day for the Matterns. And so Brent's coming home early. I'm off today, so he's coming home early, and we're just gonna go get the testing. He's gonna come with me to go get the cystic fibrosis testing, and I will update this whenever we get our results back. Hello! Okay, so I am going to be 18 weeks tomorrow. So I am going in for my OB appointment today. We still haven't gotten our results back from the testing that we did last appointment with the specialist. So today I'm just going in for my normal OB appointment. I don't think that we'll be doing an ultrasound. We're probably just gonna still just be checking in on baby and listening to her and stuff. But yeah, so I'm gonna take you along. Okay, so our appointment went well. It's, my OB appointments are always like this, like they're so quick, they're just in and out, just checking on baby, hearing baby, and then giving me a list of blood work that I have to do next. That's one thing I did not realize with pregnancy, is like you're just like a freaking blood cow. Like they just want to always take your blood. And obviously I understand why they want to make sure everything looks right, but like literally I'm like, okay, can we just do a gallon at the beginning so that like we don't have to do this every 4 weeks? Like, can we just do it one straight go, boom, take all my blood? Because it's a lot, always taking my blood. I always gotta go get my blood drawn, and I'm like, goodness gracious. But baby girl is doing good, and we are just, you know, trucking along. Tomorrow I'll be 18 weeks, and so I am 2 weeks away from being halfway through. If you count, you know, 40 weeks, some women go over, some women go under, but I just count that as a good halfway mark to be like, whoa, like this is really happening, and she's really just trucking along in there. But yeah, so I am so excited. Next week I have another anatomy scan. It's my part 2. Because I went in a little early. So yeah, I will check back in with you when we go to that anatomy scan. So I just got my blood drawn, and I got a call from one of my doctor's offices, not for the test that we did for cystic fibrosis, but for the viral infection one, and that one came back normal. Everything looks fine. So now we just have to wait to hear about the cystic fibrosis. But I just got that call and I just instantly wanted to cry because I kept trying to put it off and not think about it. And I just really hope that everything's okay. Hope that the cystic fibrosis one also comes back negative. But I'm really happy that the viral infection one came back negative, and that this is looking normal. And I realized that I forgot to check in and tell you that I got the test results from our cystic fibrosis test, and they said baby looks perfectly normal. Everything came back perfect. So she is negative on viral infection and cystic fibrosis. So they think that the light is just something that's going to change, because I had gone in for my anatomy scan a little bit early. So going back in on Tuesday, and then they're going to be able to see and kind of watch and see if it's still there or if it eventually goes away. So I'm so happy. God is so good. We were praying about these tests, and I'm glad that she's doing okay. But another big update is like she moves now, and she has been like moving, and like I can feel it, like very, like sometimes she'll be in the wrong spot, like it'll just be painful where she is, and I'm like, girl, like can you just like scoot like a little bit? And for a bit she really liked being like this far like under my belly button. It felt like she just like had like an elbow or something just like stabbing me, and I would like rub right there like, hello, I feel you, like can you scoot, can we scoot a little bit? And so she would just like, sometimes she gets in a really funky spot, but she loves hearing her daddy's voice. So if one time I was sitting on the couch and I had called Brent while he was on his way home from work, and I had him on speaker, and she was like over here on this side. I felt her like on my ovaries over there on that side, and then she like came all the way by my belly button like, whoa, I hear daddy, and like was like trying to get close to him, and I was like, this is so cute. But yeah, I had to update you on that too. So I feel like I look like a toe and a half, but I just had my last appointment of my second trimester. I cannot believe that I'm about to be out of my second trimester. This is wild. Like literally next week, I will be in my third trimester. So I had my last appointment and everything looks good. I'm gonna have to do my gestational diabetes test, and I'm not looking forward to it. Not because I'm scared about the results or even getting my blood drawn or anything. I don't want to sit somewhere for an hour. I just really don't want to do that. Sitting is like a lot, and I don't want to have to do that. But I'm trying to find a time where Brent can go with me. That way I won't have to sit by myself for an hour. But yeah, so baby girl is looking so good. Her heartbeat is so strong. It was 140 beats today, and she's right there at the surface too. She was right there. But she is so big, and I'm so excited to meet her, and I'm so excited to bring you guys along for the third trimester. So the next time you see one of these updates, it's probably gonna be when I'm in labor. So I've done a first trimester recap of all of my appointments, and this is my last recap for my second trimester appointment. And so I'll have to figure out how I'm going to do my third trimester, because it's a lot different, because it doesn't just end, it ends with a baby. So I'll have to figure out. Let me know in the comments below how you guys want the last trimester update to go. But thank you so much for watching this video. I hope that you enjoyed it. Leave any questions you have about the second trimester, and I will make sure to film a things I wish somebody would have told me or something like that. But let me know any video ideas you have, and make sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Bye guys.